Good afternoon and welcome to the Chartreuse Leprechaun. My name is Mark, your host, and it's time for another episode of Random Game Saturday. Now, I had a completely different game in mind for today's episode, and then I found this game, Out There, Oceans of Time. Now, this is in beta test, and I honestly don't remember how this popped up on my radar, but when it did, it sounded interesting, and I just barely managed to sneak myself into the beta testing phase of this one. They actually closed it on July 13, 2021. Anyway, like I said, the game sounded interesting, and I've played, I don't know how many hours, probably 15 or 20 maybe. I don't really know. Steam, for whatever reason, isn't tracking game playtime, even though it does recognize I have it installed. Doesn't give me the button to click to play. It just says, do you want it? Uninstall it. So it knows I have it, but that's about it. Anyway, about the game. Now, we'll start out with the tutorial, of course, but on the front end, in the Steam description, this is billed as the sequel to Out There. And I have not played that game at all. So if you're wondering how this one relates to the first game, I can't help you. Although, I have to admit, as much fun as this one is, I would like to get that first one. Sounds like it'd be fun. Not really in the budget right now, so, well, we'll see. We'll also have a look at getting this game once it's fully released and you can pay for it and all of that, because I am really enjoying it. Anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying today, my name is not Schultz. So let's dive into this and let's see how this one works. And we are going to play with the tutorial. In the very distant future, the God Cubes have succeeded in abolishing all systems of violence and territoriality. Humans left a dying Earth in the 21st century aboard great arcs, finding refuge in distant, isolated worlds across many strange worlds in their galaxy. They've encountered many wonders and faced many abominations. 21st century, hey, sometime in the next 100 years, you know, I don't think this one's looking forward far enough, but hey, you never know. One of these abominations, the Archon, a genetic chameleon of the Lord's race, being capable of harnessing the strength and powers of those around them. Unlike its brethren, the Archon's mind was set on dominating all other civilizations. After a merciless hunt, the Archon was imprisoned. The Russian Ark's colony, the organization, entrusted the crew of the Vanguard with the Archon's delivery to the Mausoleum of Eternity, a prison world. A lot of lead-in. At this pace, we aren't going to arrive before the next solar cycle. Are you in a hurry to reach the Mausoleum of Eternity, Captain? Yes. Aren't you? Captain is Nix. Sergei is, I guess, the first officer? Maybe the engineer, I'm not sure. And he says, not really. I fear the Mausoleum of Eternity more. The worst enemies of the galaxy are held there. Well, I must confess I fear boredom more than our destination. Now that the Archon is under control, I wonder where I'll go after this mission. You don't have a family somewhere? Nick says, no, my family is my crew, and I prefer to stay aboard my ship and travel the universe. Sergei says, I confess I haven't known much other than the organization. I'm a bit jealous that you're free to travel as you please, even outside of your missions. To travel is to meet people, to live with danger, to learn your limits, even if I've risked losing my life over it many times. Also true. A lot of what government and society tries to do is limit your risk and possibility of harm. But the truth is, that's how you learn in a lot of ways. Yeah. Sergei says, my colleagues have told me a bit about your exploits. It seems like nothing scares you. Nick says, you aren't free to show fear when the survival of others depends on you, but you'll come to understand when you're a few hundred years old like me. A few hundred years old? This is the 21st century. She's a human, I think? I thought so until I read that. Interesting. Captain, we've spotted 3 unknown spacecrafts coming our way at high speed, says, however you pronounce that name. Who are they? Can we identify their ships? Our analysis shows they're flying the colors of the Archon, Captain. Blast! They want the Archon. Full power to the engines. We can't let them catch us. Captain, we have a problem. The interplanetary thruster isn't working. We will have to repair it as soon as possible. Oh, this can't be happening. Not now!
Equipment damaged.
Yeah, and? Can I fix it? Oh, I can. The thruster is repaired, but the enemy ships have caught us. How could the Archon have contacted them? I think the Archon had allies well before the war against the Lords. They must have sent their allies their position just before they were caged. Who could possibly want to ally with a being so destructive? I don't know, Sergey, but right now we're in need of fuel, and fast. Okay, so we have hydrogen, and you grab fuel and you move it to the particular icon for it. So now we have some fuel. Yay! Wait a minute, what's it asking us to do? Oh, oxygen. Need to move oxygen, okay. Get air and iron to the hull. There we go. What was that? Captain, they've rammed us. The hull integrity has been compromised. You really think you can imprison me so easily? The cage of the Archon has been deactivated, Captain! Ah! It's been quite amusing to see how much humans are willing to fight for lost causes. We are known for that. Oh yes, we are very much known for that. The thing is, sometimes we actually win. Go, run, cry for help. Makes your failure even more entertaining. Another impact! The Archon must not... It's time to bid farewell. I have great plans for the galaxy. Nix! Captain! The ship is in critical condition. We have to evacuate quickly. And... there goes the escape pods. And... there go the pods to a planet somewhere or another. Capsule. Destination reached. Terminating hypersleep. Atmosphere breathable. Airlock opening. Where am I? Where are the others? Where's Sergey? I don't feel well. I'm going to throw up. What happened? I remember we lost the Vanguard. Oh, this is bad. And on top of it all, I'm stranded on a wild planet. I may already be dead? A signal. I better check it out. I heard everywhere. The trip in the pod must have been a bumpy ride. Need to pay attention. Passing out on an unknown planet is too dangerous. So we need to go over here, and we have 11 movement points that we can use. Well, that'll be fun. There's 6.
Stamina low.
Yeah, how about that? Suggestions? Pod? 9. I have 5. Well, that's awesome. How the heck do I get more? I think they expanded the tutorial since I first played it. I've had this for a little bit. Was there something I was supposed to get out of that? Now I'm starting to wonder. Apparently not.
Stamina critical.
Yeah, how about that? And... we're gonna die. Oh, now I get the stuff. Okay, so you get icons down here. This will let you gain some speed. This lets you gain movement points. I was looking for those and they weren't there originally, so yay. Now we have 15 movement points. This is good. So, and as the captain, you actually have 3 of those, so that's a good thing. And... 7, 6. Yeah, there's 6. Hey, we found a pod. Outstanding. Let's take another one of those. And spend 6 of them to come over and see what we found. Sergey! Captain, you're alive! So it turns out, but we lost the Vanguard. The Archon escaped, and we no longer have a crew. But you're alive. I was worried about you. We faced the Archon. We barely made it. I'm alive, but I lost my ship. We failed, Sergey. This is terrible. I know, Captain. I'm just relieved to have you at my side, and now it's time to find a solution to our problems. For starters, where are we? I haven't the faintest idea. The capsules didn't have a pre-programmed destination. They must have drifted to this planet. Can we hope the organization will send a rescue team for us? I'm not sure of that. Given their intolerance for failure, we might expect to stay here until we rot. You're right. We failed completely. It was a simple convoy mission. The organization was counting on us. We have to fix our mistake. Let's find the Archon. Yes, but first we need to find a way off this planet. Right. Let's not waste time. What do you suggest? I'll scan the area to see if I can find traces of a ship. I'm getting a positive signal. That's great, Sergey. Let's go. Now we're headed over here, so I guess we go this way. Oh, I almost forgot. When you pick up another person in your party, you gain more movement points. The more people you have, the farther you can go. So that said, what is this? Freshly lit campfire. We approach, happy and worried about finding signs of life. An alien is lying down. They do not look good. Their breathing is slow and weak. They don't seem to react when approached. A bag with some minerals spotted with blood is nearby. They glance at us and suggest we take their bag. They don't think they're going to survive their accident. Well, we have a choice. We can take the bag. We can give them a tonic, or we can resolder the bones. You can solder bones? That's interesting. Well, let's have our engineer do that. Engineer manages to create a sort of plaster soaked with an ointment that accelerates the regeneration of the matrix and the cartilage. They had to use all their stock, however, to help the alien. The alien feels immediate better and thanks us for our help. On deck joins the crew. The crew found is now 3, and we now have 66 movement points, or energy, whatever you want to call that. So this is good. All right, so you need to pay attention to things like this. You can lose blood, you can be asphyxiated, you can all kinds of different things. Great fun. So let's see what we want to do here. We need to end up over here somewhere. I don't know whether we can get through going that way, or we need to go, oh, we get to bleed no matter what we do. Fantastic. And of course that one's closed off. That is minerals that you can use. Fun. How do we, well, not a lot of choice. So we go for it. Yep, it's a 25, in this case it was a 25% chance of bleeding, and we managed to get there without it. So yay. Oh, another alien thingy. Let's check that out. Go into Ghost Town. Time seems to have stopped. All the buildings are covered with gigantic spider webs. Norma's cocoon lies near the path where we're walking. The captain approaches gently and notices it's a slight noise of breathing. We hear a call for help coming from inside. Yes, there's someone inside and we have to do something, but be careful. The cocoons seem covered with toxic saliva. Apply an acid detergent. Communicate with the creatures. What creatures? We only know about the one inside. Let's let him out. Engineer decides to create a strange mixture, slathers it on the cocoon, and in seconds it melts around the body of the alien trapped inside. It's a survivalist. They're doing better now that they can breathe air. Yeah, no kidding. And they decide to join us. So we get Laram joins the crew, and we find 5 plant fibers, I think that is. Okay, that's cool. And, oh, we have a 25% chance of dying? Oh, that's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. I guess we don't have much of a choice because it's going to cost us a lot of movement points to go around it. Oh, and we didn't get hit with anything. Outstanding. Ah, there's our destination. Outstanding. And nothing else in the area worth getting to. Let's see what we got here. Captain, we're getting close to the signal. I thought you were at the signal. You think you could try to get closer to our... Do you think you could try to get it closer to our position? I'm starting to get tired. I can try something. Don't move, Captain. Objective reached. Okay. Now what? The ship will land at 1 space from your party for evacuation. Can be used once per expedition. The recall cost of fuel. Are you sure? Yes, we want to call the ship. So, apparently there was a ship nearby. It's going to come close and it's going to use up 10 fuel to come get us. That will happen every time we're on an expedition where we're away from the ship looking at alien planets and all of that. So, yes, we want the ship to show up. Hi, ship. Land, ship, and everybody on board. Yay! Successful. Outstanding. Morale 10. Plus 10, excuse me. End of expedition. We found plants. We found minerals. Okay. Let's check out our ship. Ah, that's it. And here we are. Here's our passport to leave the planet. I don't see why you're happy. They won't go far in that condition. Because I see that it's possible to repair it. I swear to you that we can count on this ship, but I'm going to need help, okay? Tell me what you want to do. The ship already has nearly all the necessary components, but the first thing we need is a refinery. We could dismantle the shield generator to recover thorium. Once the refinery is ready, we'll be able to extract resources from the raw minerals we gather. Okay, Sergei, you seem to know what you're doing. Captain, I won't let us die on this planet. Alrighty then. All right, so here's what it's saying. Anything you click on, you can repair if you have the materials. So, That's our interplanetary propulsion, meaning we can't leave the solar system without fixing that. We can't mine anything without fixing that. So, he said the cosmic folder, the telescope, shield generator, there it is. We can dismantle that to get some thorium. So we'll take that one off, and now we have the thorium. And oh, by the way, pay attention to your storage slots. You only have so many of them. You can convert them if you have the materials. That's the catch. Missing resources to build the refinery. I need to click on that, and it will tell you that we need 2 thorium. How much thorium did we get? We got 2, so we can build the refinery. Yay! Let's build that. Outstanding. So now we can go into the refinery and we can get our minerals and we can refine them and hopefully get something. We got 1 iron. Okay, transfer all. Outstanding. And we need 2, right? Back, there we go. We need 2 to repair that. Oh, we only need 1 to repair that. Interplanetary propulsion also requires carbon, so let's fix that. Then we'll close that, and now we can drill for minerals. We'll drill as hard as we can and see what we get. We got oxygen, that's good. We got carbon. Should be able to transfer all. Yeah. Now, again, I said pay attention to what you or your storage slots. We have 2 open slots for minerals. Remember that early on, the 3 things we had to have was iron for the hull, oxygen for the oxygen, and hydrogen for the fuel. We do not have any iron or hydrogen. We also don't have an interplanetary propulsion drive. We should, oh, we can't take off because we don't have a drive. When I played it through before, it told me to dismantle the sick bay to get, why is it not letting me? Well, let me just, oh, I only need carbon to fix that. Silly me, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, everything is ready. Then what are we waiting for? Let's take off. The air on this planet makes me nauseous. I'd like to find the Vanguard and maybe it can be recovered. I'm sure we'll find a trace and I'll do my best to repair it. I see that you can be relied on, engineer. Let's go. Initiating takeoff. All right, so now it's going to let us take off. We could drill for more, but because this is a garden planet, there are different types of planets. We'll get to that in a minute. The most precious thing you're going to get off of this is oxygen and carbon. And if we go back to our thing, we have plenty of oxygen. Could use some carbon. You know what? That's tempting. I think we will. Let's drill for some carbon, but we'll tone that down a little bit so it lasts longer. And we didn't get any. We actually have room for all of that too. I don't really want to. Yeah, let's do it. We'll take it all away. Can we get carbon? No, of course not. Darn it. We'll go ahead and transfer all of that. If you hit the stop button and go on to other things, whatever, and leave anything in this drill inventory, you can't get it back. We'll see that again later, but right now, strange, I don't recognize this system. Well, according to the ship's console, we're in the same galaxy, but 100 years later. What? A century has passed during our hypersleep? Yes, the capsules must have drifted for longer than we thought. Well, that means the Archon has been free for 100 years. What can they have done in all this time? And the organization must think we've died. We must find a way to contact them. We've got a long way to go. I hope the ship will hold together until then. I think we'll be able to hold out for a while, but the Vanguard was certainly better equipped. Captain, I still have the coordinates of the system where we were attacked. Does this mean you can find the Vanguard? With luck, it'll still be there. Well, then there's nothing to think about. Let's go. I can't wait to get back to my ship. Okay, so space survival tips. And this is what I was talking about a moment ago. You can H and HE, that'd be hydrogen and helium for fuel, iron for the hull, and garden for oxygen and oxygen-related stuff. Okay, so we can land back down on the planet. It will cost us 2 fuel and 7 oxygen to do so. We don't want to do that. This button is for our solar system. We also have a gas planet where we can get fuel, and we have think Mars, barren planet to get minerals. Well, right now we need iron for the hull, and we need it badly. So I think that's going to be our first stop. And here we are. We have, oh, there's 3 anomalies. Okay, so some planets have anomalies on them. Some do not. This planet has 3. Now that's stuff you can recover that will help your ship, help you, all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and scan for anomalies. See if we can find, oh, there was one. Okay. And, whoop, where was it? There it is. Okay. Got the other one in here? No. I hate the way this one works because once you get around the edges, it automatically rotates the planet and it does it fast too. It's very annoying. Whoop, there it is. That's all 3. Let's see what's present at these anomalies. All right, so this one has a high chance of trouble, and we get minerals and omega, which is a super special ingredient. All right. At the second location, it's very low chance of death. We can have some omega, some minerals. We face bleeding and asphyxia possibilities. And last, we get minerals or an object. Also with a low chance of death. Interesting. So, high chance of death, we get minerals and omega. Low chance we get an object, minerals and omega. Still a low chance we get minerals and an object. I'm thinking we go see that one. And see about an object and omega and possibly some minerals. So let's spend 2 fuel to go land on the planet. Okay, so first things first, let's drill. And we're going to drill hard as we can. And we get iron. Outstanding. Well, let's grab that iron and improve the hull. Yeah, there we go. That's a big plus. And we'll go ahead and improve it more. Outstanding. And then we have carbon, which we need for lots of stuff. So we will do that. And that is excellent. Let's go ahead and take those out to free up that inventory space. All right. And let's see about an expedition. And we're just going to add everybody to the party. There's the engineer. That's the xenolinguist. And that is a survivalist, just like our captain is. And we get 128 action points. And why does she have so little health? I don't remember why she has so little health. That's not good. What is that? Status and vision are applied to the crew for 3 rounds. Increases speed. Improves vision. Okay. All right, so let's go on our expedition. And we want to go that way. Oh, asphyxiation. Fun. Let's see if we can go around it. Of course not. And 7 for that. Oh, good Lord. Okay, we made it through there. Made it through there. Made it to there. Outstanding. That's bleeding damage. Again, pay attention to the terrain and the stuff that's on it. It does matter. Move 8 points for that. So, to avoid the bleeding, we have to go this way. Yeah, we can go this way. Good. 9, yeah. Yeah, we'll get ourselves some minerals here. And we got 4. Oh, fun. Okay. And there it is. That was actually not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. We are coming to the end of the expedition. I think you're already there. The earth here opens in 2, reveals an abundance of minerals like no other, but it opens up to its core into a wide ravine, nearly crosses the entire planet. The place is disappearing. The entire surface will collapse, whether in a second or in 1,000 years. The arrival of our ship probably caused it. Earth begins to fall into the void. So let's immobilize it. Adequate material. Our engineer manages to vitrify or solidify the earth for miles. We're able to cut and load large slabs of minerals without fear of being swept away by the geological current. The expedition is an utter success. And we got 1 omega and 10 more minerals. Good, good, good. Objective reached. Outstanding. Crew morale increases by 10. Excellent. So let's bring the ship in for 10 fuel. Oh. That's interesting. We definitely want to get there. How do we get there? We got to go back around. Okay. Oh, by the way, the farther you go out in the number of squares, it's not that you run out of movement points, it's that I guess it's a calculation thing it can't do. So there's 7 there.
Stamina.
And we'll use one of her pills for that. Outstanding. We don't suffer anything for going there. That's good. Oh, there they go.
Stamina low.
Yep. Pop another pill. And let's see what this is. Not far from the wreck of a ship which has crashed here. Problem: a primitive tribe living on the planet believe the wreck is a gift from the gods and guard it ferociously. We are hiding behind a hill. Let's try understanding their culture. Our xenologist approaches the tribe and with lots of stories and demonstrations manages to convince them we are also sent by the gods. We can now access the ship freely, and if we find something, and in it we find something very useful. A Tau stasis technology blueprint is added to our database. Cool. All right, so let's get on board our ship. Probably how we convinced them. We got our objective. Crew morale is up by 10. And 4 minerals, 1 omega, and 1 Tau stasis. Excellent. Oh, the healing. 4 by 8. What happens every time you jump? Let me back up. As long as you have a sick bay, every time you jump from one solar system to another, somebody on the ship heals 1 point. So to get her back to 8, we would have to have 4 interstellar jumps for that to happen. Hopefully that makes sense. And that, outstanding. Let's do, there it is. Enter the refinery, throw in our stuff, and see what we get. We got some aluminum, we got some carbon, we got some thorium. Looks like that's it. So we have 1 storage slot. Now the thing about this is, whatever you've processed in here stays in there. Every time you access it, it's there for you to pull out. So this is a good thing. We do, on the other hand, let's go back and see what we need to build. It's Tau stasis, take 6 thorium, and why can we not build the thing that had us disassemble? Well, that's interesting. Anyway, the Tau stasis alters the flow of time around the ship in short sequences while in pockets of space created by the space folder, which is another that thing. Created by the space folder. +2 performance in... Oops. What did I do? +2 in performance increases the range of the cosmic folder by 4 light years. +2 performance. Interesting. I think we want to build that. We'll get there. We'll get there. Well, do I want to do another expedition from here? I don't think I do, because I'm pretty sure everything else is a long way away. So we're going to come up here. We're going to find all our anomalies. So we did that one. Minerals and an object. I don't like those 3 skulls. Well, minerals and omega versus minerals and an object. Could sure use that omega. Basically, if I've got this figured out correctly, and at the moment I don't guarantee I do, so take this with a massive grain of salt, 1 omega will half fill any of the 3. So if you're almost out of fuel, you can throw 1 omega in there, or you'll be able to throw some omega in there and it'll refill it. Now the problem with doing stuff like that is if you have 2, there's no way to say I only want to use 1. It is something that's been suggested and is, as far as I know, being worked on, but at the moment can't do it. And so if you're out of fuel and 1 omega will give you half your fuel and you have 2, it's going to put both of them in there and you'll be full on fuel, but you won't have any more omega. So yeah, very, very, very useful stuff. Let's, I'm thinking we go for the object. That sounds like a plan. I don't know what the object is, but it sounds like a plan, right? Sure. Absolutely a plan. We're not going to drill. We're just going to go. Let's see what we get. And we're going to load everybody in. Oh, by the way, the description in Steam says, we got 128 movement points, that this game has full controller support and all of that. I have not been able to get a controller to work. Now, take that into consideration when you think about this one. I can only assume it's supposed to have it, and it hasn't, maybe it hasn't been implemented yet, but I don't know. Ooh, question mark. It can be interesting. Expedition has reached our journey's destination? No, we haven't. It's a large plane, nothing more. Everyone is quite nervous. Communication between the members deteriorates. It becomes hostile. What does? The whole crew complains of terrible migraines. Heart rates are find the cause of the sickness. Yeah, the suits become unbearable against our skin. About to raise their tools as weapons. Ooh. Xenobiologist has a moment of lucidity in which he understands what is having such a negative effect. There is a low-frequency noise which alters our biology. With a tracker, which he almost pulverized in anger, he manages to identify the cause. A long insect with an imperceptible but madness-inducing call. Smashes it and suddenly everything gets better. After having tracked down the other insects on the plane, order is restored. The catastrophe is avoided, but only just. And there's good news. Nearest stream are the remains of a former colony whose members unfortunately killed each other. Something useful could perhaps be found there. What did we get? We found an ancient compass. Well, that's cool. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, bleeding. Yep, well, we'll bump that up a little bit. Ah, there's our objective, but unfortunately, we have to go through that to get it. Yep, those two took damage. Bummer. That is our captain and our engineer. Wow, that's fun. -1 health. There we go. Finally arrived, but what we see is incomprehensible. The ground, glimmering with precious minerals, flows upward and disappears into the sky in an upside-down waterfall. Gravitational phenomena? Technical beyond the reach of our knowledge? Is there any risk in getting close? Collect the minerals around the periphery, collect the minerals from the flux, or cut the flux. I'm thinking cut the flux. Engineer does some scans with the help of the ship's sensors to figure out what's going on. Far above in orbit, there's a collection station with a gravity inverting mechanism. They try to communicate, but it's ancient, abandoned by foreign civilization. Our signals are misconstrued, and the satellite seizes its activity and heads into space in pursuit of its mission. Whatever its mission is, because it was like, the mission was like mining? Anyway, the minerals rain down and we have to protect ourselves. However, we are now free to take the treasure. What'd we get? We got 10 minerals and we got a thermal scanner. Cool. Outstanding. Objective reached. Cool beans. So,
Stamina low.
yeah, I bet it is. Let's, don't want to do that. We'll take another one of those and we'll see what's in here. And we'll gather that.
Stamina
Another
low.
6. Okay, let's call the ship. Yeah. Within 5 spaces. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's a bit of a reach, isn't it? Oh, we may lose our captain. That's bad. Add 5 stamina per total missing from the crew. Okay. Heals 1 per action point missing from the user for 1 crew member. That's what I'm looking for. We're going to heal Nyx. Absolutely, we're going to do that. Now, she's at 3. That's excellent. Excellent. And we have adds 5 stamina per total. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Outstanding. Well, let's head to the ship. Anything of value? Nope. Okay, let's just get on the ship then. And successful. We inversed the waterfall. We got plus 10 more morale, which seems to be full anyway. We got 25 minerals. We got an ancient compass. We got a thermal scanner. I would definitely call that a success. All right, so Expedition got 5 more minerals. We are going to go... Oh yeah, your max per storage slot is 20. So you can't ever get more than that. So let's see if we can do this. No. We have nowhere to put that. That's a problem because those 5 minerals are going to get lost. We do not have a storage spot and it won't let us make one at this point. Now you are able to convert these slots to either another technology slot or another storage slot. But you have to do it before you need the space. Yeah, that's kind of nice. So I guess we're going to lose those 5 minerals. That's a bummer. All right, so let's open this up and we'll go to, where to go? The refinery, and we'll enter and we'll load all that stuff in, and let's see what we get. Some silicone, some iron, of course, and that appears to be it. Well, we couldn't, even if we had all of that, we couldn't convert it anyway. So we can move that there. Actually, let's just transfer. Oh, it'll actually, no, we had all of those. Where'd the iron go? Where did the iron go? Wait a minute. I'm guessing the iron went straight to the hull? Because there was an iron molecule element unit there. Interesting. So we're going to take off. That gets us out of that. It just told me something, but I was talking and I didn't hear what it said. Oh, fuel critical. Yeah, so we need, no, not that one. This one. We need to go get some fuel. And gas giants are where you do that. And you use your probe. We're going to crank that one. It won't let me? Oh, because it uses fuel. We can only use the max of the amount of fuel we have, which is 7. So let's confirm that. And we get 19. Well, we're going to throw it all in there. There we go. 2 units per, and we're going to probe again. Now, it's not going to do as well. We got really good stuff the first time around. Now it's not going to be quite so much. And we got 11 more. We're just going to throw that straight into the fuel canister. And that is pretty much the mechanics of the game, except for interstellar travel. So what we need to do is get from where we are, which is this little blue icon, to the accident scene way the heck over here. And the way you do that, any of these that are in yellow are in range that you can fly to. Okay? So we have to stage our journey going solar system by solar system to get to our destination. And this one has only a rocky world on it, nothing that we need. So now we come over here and we have more planets that we can get to. There is this one, but not that one because it's blue instead of yellow. And we're going to travel to that one. I love the map graphics. A ship is broadcasting a distress signal. They exhausted their fuel, floating adrift. We should help them, but can we afford it? Ooh. There are events along the way where you have to make decisions. Do I get involved in whatever situation is going on? Our fuel is critical. If I remember correctly from the few times I've tried playing through all of this stuff, looking around, exploring all of that, this takes 10 of your fuel. So you could end up with no fuel and be adrift if you do this. So just to see how that works, let's give them some fuel. So we transfer them enough fuel to get them to the nearest planet. They have nothing to offer, but we weren't expecting anything. If we find ourselves in the same position someday, we only hope some kind soul will do the same for us. And by 20, ooh, cruise morale increases. Yikes, by 20. Now we're in trouble. So let's look at the solar system, and there is no gas giant to get fuel from. Uh-oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. But yeah, you can now see how it is that some of this stuff becomes really critical. So a red dwarf, a giant, a red supergiant, a blue giant. All right, so red suns are likely to have gas giants from what I've experienced while playing in the game. By the way, you can go backwards. If we wanted to go back over here somewhere, we could eventually. But let's check this one out. And we are in trouble because there is no gas giant here. That's bad. Let's try this one. And gas giant, we have one. It's going to cost 3 of our 4 fuel. But the probe should be able to get us some fuel. Yes? And we're going to crank. Oh, we can't. We have to take this down to our 1 fuel. Ooh, and we get 4. That's a problem. We have no iron, so we can't repair it. We do not have an empty storage slot. Well, actually we do, because we can throw 20 oxygen in there. We need to take a look at this and see if we disassemble the sick bay. We get 3 iron and 2 carbon, which would let us fix this, because we need 1... Wait a minute, that says we can... Oh, disassemble. We need 2 iron to fix it. It'll let us take it apart for 1 iron, but we don't want to do that. We need that probe. Yeah, these are some of the choices you face in this game. It's really well done. So we're going to go ahead and undo that one. And now we're going to fix this with 2 of our 3 iron. And then we're going to probe the system again. We're going to use 6 of our fuel. Helium. Helium... Oh gosh, I want to say it's like 10 to 1. We went up 14, so it's 7 to 1. So helium is worth 7 hydrogen, which I believe is worth, or actually no, that's not right. We are at 26. If we put that in there, we get 60, which is 34. So helium is worth 2. So hydrogen is worth 3 helium. Would we get 7? So 3.5? Yeah, you can see how valuable and important it is to do your mining and your probing and make sure you get fuel. So, yeah, we'll do it one more time. Crank that all the way up. Yep, it broke. And we need 2 more iron for that. So we're going to do that. Yeah, we'll just fill it all the way up. Screw it. There we go. Now, we're going to get back out here. We're going to go to the solar system because we need iron. So we're going to go see these 2 planets now that we have fuel, and see about getting some iron. But anyway, you can clearly see there is a lot in this game that you do. 2 more anomalies. We can land. We can hopefully get some iron. But as I said, there is a lot to this game, and the playability and the replayability is pretty good because you can... What system you go to decides what anomalies you're going to find, what events you're going to experience, and so forth. And that changes the way the game plays out. Nearly killing us a moment ago when we gave up some fuel. As it stands right now, I highly recommend this game. Out There Oceans of Time. It is in beta, supposed to be out sometime in 2021, so we'll see. But I think we're going to call this an episode. I want to thank you for spending your time with us today. We really do appreciate it here at the Chartreuse Leprechaun. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, what you like, channel improvement ideas. We'll take whatever feedback you want to give us because we want your input so we can get better. And also hit that like button. Please subscribe, set yourself up for notifications if you haven't already, and check out our merch page, linked in the description below. But always, above all, always, always, always remember, if you see it and you can't quite explain it, you can be sure the Leprechaun did it. Now you have yourselves a great day, a great week, and we will see you here next time on the Chartreuse Leprechaun. Bye-bye.